Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of the Clean Talk, and Happy New Year to all of you. For the longest time, the commercial cleaning industry thought that sustainable cleaning would make their cleaning operations less effective. Well, it's 2026, and about time we debunk this myth. This episode, brought to you by Diversey, a Solenis Company, is all about presenting a fresh perspective on greening the cleaning operations without compromising standards. Please join me in welcoming our special guests today, Ms. Tatjana Ahmed, Director of Housekeeping at Grand Hyatt Dubai and Chairperson of the UAE Housekeepers Association, and Ms. Sibel Aksu-Altun, Marketing Director, Middle East and North Africa from Diversey, a Solenis Company. At the outset of this episode, I would like to welcome both of you, Sibel and Tatjana. Now, to begin with, sustainability is often seen as a trade-off with performance. From your perspectives, is that still true today, or has the narrative fundamentally changed? Tatjana, if you may begin.
Well, yeah, sure. That's a very good question. And I think in simple terms, it would mean, how do we make cleaning more sustainable without compromising on cleaning standards? So historically, it often meant that higher upfront costs were there. There was a limit on product choices. We had compromises on the durability of equipment. And green solutions often looked very good on paper, but not in reality. But I think this has changed very much over the last couple of years. Today, sustainability is increasingly a driver of performance and not a limitation. And several shifts have made this possible. For example, sustainable materials are much stronger and durable and more efficient. If I can just give a small example, the Kentucky mop versus the flat microfiber mop. The Kentucky mop might cost a quarter of the price, but the flat mop, the microfiber flat mop, is more efficient, is faster, it cleans better, and it uses less water. So the downtime of the area being cleaned is much less because it dries much faster. So there are many factors now which make sure that sustainability is much more cost effective. And cleaning chemicals, equipment and processes can now deliver equal or better results with a lower environmental impact. Also, the walk-behind scrubber dryer is a very good innovation compared to mopping. For an operation like ours, the walk-behind scrubber dryer saves us hundreds of liters of water every day. So, and it's making cleaning actually more easy. It makes it more quick, and for the staff, it's actually fun operating a walk-behind or
Definitely.
right on scrubber dryer, and they take a sense of pride in doing their work. So I think definitely. There is no trade-off anymore, and sustainability became into a lower cost now, definitely.
Thank you, Tatjana. Sibel, would you like to add to this from your perspective?
Thank you for the question. It's a very valid and real-time question, actually. So, because nowadays it's one of the biggest mistakes or misconception that relating the sustainability to the product's basic price and the performance. So, what we see actually in the field, actually, the fundamental change comes with. We start thinking about the solutions, actually, the whole solutions, holistic solutions concept. So that's why we need to change the mindset from the one product to another swaps, actually. It is more products to the operational designs. So from that perspective, then the scope 3 emissions comes to our mind, and the indirect effect of the goods, like we use in the daily operations, comes to our life. So that's why from that perspective, the 5 big metrics that we call the waste, water, energy, labor, and the greenhouse savings should be considered the part of the solution design, actually. So that's why from the solutions provider part perspective, we call it value advantage. So that's why, as she also rightly mentioned about the savings or the metrics that's communicated, we call up all these under the value advantage that we deliver to our partners. So that's why it's more than the abstract claims. It is the real-time data that's to be communicated around the products, not the products, I mean the solutions. So, for example, she mentioned about the MOPs and the daily operations, designs of the machines and so on. So I can give an example. For example, it shouldn't be about always a kind of a chemical, or the solution shouldn't come with a chemical solution. Yes, there is modern chemistry now we are enjoying in our daily R&D life. Yeah. But other than that, we have solutions like floor pads with no chemicals. We can give the same performance, even better, with the lots of chemical and water savings. You just use the pad with the diamond particles on it, and you get the same shine, even better shine, with lots of sustainability metric savings and so on. So it's all about the concept and the product development design around those solutions needed by the users or by the partners. So yeah, it is now becoming the core decision making, like the influenced part of the conversations with our partners.
Thank you so much, Sibel. I think sustainability coupled with innovation has played a huge part in, bringing this together for the cleaning industry. Now, Tatjana, if I may ask you, from a housekeeping leadership perspective, what does sustainability in action actually look like on a daily basis?
Sustainability in action is not only a slogan. It's a set of daily operational choices that protect standards and resources at the same time. So at our property, for example, we have implemented the linen reuse program, which is actively monitored through our Opera system. So it tells us which room has a linen change coming up on a daily basis. And we also practice right time cleaning with a frequency cleaning schedule. So the frequency cleaning schedule tells us which areas need to be cleaned from time to time. These are the items which are not done on a daily basis. So this allows us then to not to deep clean the rooms so often, because things which are not frequently cleaned are getting cleaned from time to time. And we also have to understand that reinforcing luxury should be a consistency, and it should not come in excess. So luxury doesn't mean sheets need to be changed on a daily basis, But if we communicate properly to our customers what the outcome is, if we are changing the linen only after every third night, a lot of people agree to this, and they find this actually as an add-on for sustainability practices. And of course, we use certified eco-friendly chemicals with proper dilution systems. We use color-coded microfiber. We have refillable guest amenities. We use sustainable guest amenities made out of starch and out of bamboo material. And what is also important is to make sure that we do the segregation on the floor. And we have to make the room attendants understand, that this is actually not an extra step they're taking, but it helps on the end, to sustain on our planet, because it's our planet and we only have one, and it also helps to reduce the cost on the end of the day.
Definitely. Those are some really good initiatives, and I'll come back to you. But first, I would like to hear from the other side of the table. Now, from a supplier side, Diversey has many clients and very reputed clients. So how have you seen their demands changing, whether it's from the housekeeping side or from the facilities management side? How have you seen the clients' demands change?
So from actually, since the sustainability environment evolves every day, it evolves by regulations, it evolves by accreditation. So first, that's why we kind of analyze our industries first. So from when it comes to the hotels and hospitality environment, there are accreditation bodies that our partners are being kind of accredited. So we look both actually from both side perspective, which is the product compliance and green accreditations, and for also from the facilities green accreditations perspective as well. So when we blend this together, we start a continuous journey with our partners. For example, in Grand Hyatt's case, also like we kind of monitor their needs regularly, and according to the customer request or partner request, we design the solution around it. So from that, but there should be some landing ground to that one, which is the measurable ROI, as you also rightly mentioned. So if it comes with the data and the outcomes to be presented and communicated clearly and with transparent way to our partners.
Definitely.
So from that perspective, actually we have tools and the softwares to measure those impacts and communicate back to our partners. And also we place recognition systems to our partners as well. 2024 Sustainability Award recognition partners of ours was Grand Hyatt, because they had major improvements in their operations with the collaboration with our commercial teams actually, and this is being reported. And according to the report results, actually we have enjoyed water savings, energy savings, labor savings, and operational excellence uplifted. So that's why it is more than a product, it is a value creation and performance story that we engage with our partners, and it ends up with ROI, clearly communicated and transparently.
Definitely it does. Now, one of the biggest concerns, when everybody started adopting sustainable practices, one of the major concerns was that can we improve hygiene standards while going sustainable or not? So how do we ensure that the hygiene standards are not just protected, but they are also improved as we go sustainable? This is an open-ended question. Any of you can take it.
Yeah, let me
sure.
take the question. So for me, actually, maybe we can divide our kind of understanding concept into two pieces, before COVID and after COVID. After COVID, the hygiene cannot be compromised. I think this is a fact now, yes, known by each parts of the table, actually. So that's why hygiene cannot be compromised. This is number one fact that we need to acknowledge. Then, because the performance should be there too, along with the hygiene standards. So that's why, and also the new era comes with the digitalization as well. Yes, so these three should be combined. So for example, when we look from the modern chemistry perspective, we have a product range called with the patented technology, accelerated hydrogen peroxide. The brand is Oxivir, actually, that we use and enjoy in all markets. It started with healthcare, but after COVID, we kind of see the other markets like hospitality also use this product to improve the hygiene standards. But this product is just breaks down to the water and oxygen. So there is no kind of a chemical residue that you will see and so on. So a product can easily break down to water and oxygen. Is going to uplift your hygiene standards? Yes, it can be. So that's why it's all about the design and the continuous R&D improvement that you are looking after. Other than that, this was the product level of the perspective, actually. Then if we look from the system level, actually, there are some also standards being developed around the industries. So there is, for example, a initiative called Healthy High Performance Cleaning Standards by ISSA and EPA. And for example, we as Diversey, we are part of that initiative. So we prove under that initiative, it can be a smart cleaning, an effective clinic at the same time with sustainable results. This can happen, but these three can happen at the same time. So this is also from the system level perspective. From digital solutions perspective, since you mentioned the hygiene or infectious like the concerns, so it's always infectious concerns lends to the healthcare environment. So from that perspective, for example, digital solutions in healthcare facilities empowers again the hygiene. So, for example, I want to give you an example of remote hand hygiene monitoring. If you just continuously monitor your staff hygiene appliances or applications with the digital systems, for example, I will give you a metrics, some data from a healthcare facility perspective. 100-bed hospital, if they implement a system of the hand hygiene monitoring, they will enjoy, for example, 22 infectious disease avoided throughout the year, or they will enjoy 500 labor days because their staff is being has been safe because of the hygiene practices has been uplifted and so on. So, and they ended up maybe theoretically 250K savings throughout the year thanks to these digital programs initiatives. Yes. So it's not about only maybe the greener chemistries and so on. So it should be the operational or holistic always approach, and understanding should be in place, and you will end up with a sustainable operational excellence actually throughout the year and annual results. So that's why whenever it comes to sustainability communication, it's not only about the chemistry or the raw materials itself. It's more a holistic approach, like how you are going to enjoy the results, like the audit performance, the infection prevention premises, how it works, and plus the operational excellence results that you enjoy.
Thank you, Sibel. Now, Tatjana, coming to you, I would like to understand that, see, you are managing a large team. Now, we can have the best products and best solutions in the world, but if our teams are not trained or aligned with them, then it is going to be a mess. So when you are training your teams, do you encounter any resistance to change or any surprises while training them on the sustainability grounds? How is it like?
Well, so team engagement and training are absolutely critical to make sustainability work in housekeeping. And housekeeping turns any strategy into action. So sustainability in housekeeping lives in daily micro decisions. How much chemical is dosed, whether linen is changed unnecessarily, how waste is sorted, how equipment is used and maintained. And without training and engagement, even the best sustainability strategies simply don't happen. So that's why we have to, the team has to understand why we do these changes. Because it's of health and safety, for workload reduction, to be proud for our profession and to protect the environment and our families. So the teams has to stop seeing it as an extra work. This is always sometimes where people say, oh, sustainability, I have to segregate the waste, but I don't have time, so I have to take this extra step. So this kind of works need to be incorporated into the daily work so that they are not able to skip it, because segregation is a very, very important part of our daily sustainability actions. And then we don't want sustainability to fail. We need to make sure that the supervisor all speak the same language when they train them. And we should not have any shortcuts which creep into busy periods. So sometimes the room attendants sometimes think maybe the guest might not like what we are doing. Maybe there is a resistancy. But as I said, mentioned before, explaining the customer what we are doing and why we are doing it, the resistancy becomes much less, And on the end of the day, what we want to achieve is sustainability is embedded in everything what we do, and that it becomes a practice which comes natural to people. And when they understand why we do it, they even pick up things to make them better. And they say, oh, why don't we do this and that to improve the sustainability? So when they're engaged, they really feel, that they also can contribute to the success of the sustainability in the department.
And isn't that amazing? When
Yes.
Sustainability is embedded in everybody's core values, it will definitely improve, because even the ground staff, he will, try to make it better. He will try to give his inputs. So that is the beauty of it.
Yes.
So now, looking ahead, Sibel, I will come to you again. What emerging trends or technologies do you believe will have the biggest impact on sustainable cleaning operations, especially in hospitality?
Very good question, actually. So it is, as we mentioned before, like it's a living environment, so it evolves every day. But looking ahead, I see three major trends actually happening around the hospitality industry that we kind of enjoy with our customers. First, we we need to look from a partnership perspective. That's why in our ESG approach, we call it ESG plus C, which is ESG plus customer. The C comes with the customer. So that's why we start from there. We start hearing their needs and operational solutions that we can deliver back to them as a solution provider. So that's why the system and design thinking will be the first, actually, if you ask me. So we need to understand and hear more about what is being evolved from their end, plus how we can support their systems with the design thinking. During the design thinking, of course, technology will help, will be the biggest contributor of that manner. So that's why it's no longer about products. It's more about listening to operations, understanding the needs, and developing the products according and solutions according to the needs and so on. So that's why, again, I want to re-emphasize that no compromise from the standards of hygiene and the sustainability will be a standpoint again. So second will be the digitalization, of course, the ESG reporting. So because everyone is now posting the reports of their ESG reports of their facilities or operations. But the support these reporting systems, actually, digitalization and digitally data-driven communication bridge, this is key for us, for our operations. So that's why from that perspective, Scope 3, again, communication with the data-driven approach back to our partners is going to be, again, our key focus and should be the key focus of the sectors as well, of mainly hospitality again. So maybe the last one, again, I want to also make a point to what she said in the last question, actually. So creating the share values together. So this is going to be the third and another major one of the trends. So because we work with facilities, but facilities are working with the end users. But there should be a chain of communication between these parties, how we are going to announce and pronounce the sustainability without or with avoiding the greenwashing principles, actually, at the same time. So from that perspective, the created share value programs that we deliver to our partners is going to play a major role. So for hope, plastic shreds, coffee bricks, or linens for life, that these are the programs that we kind of deliver environmental and social impact with the repurposed the operational waste from the facilities. So these programs that we introduce to our partners, we enjoy the daily activities with them, and we introduce the concept of how we can make a small impact or small change in our daily life or in the daily operations of the facilities can be a purposeful, like a meaning, without turning it to another kind of a product that can be reused and so on. So that's why these are going to be the major the factors that we will enjoy. And also in the region of Middle East, actually, we see also some other trends from the social impact perspective as well. These are emerging trends again. So like the global organizations like UN Women, they started some programs called the Surging Women Employment Initiative in the region. So it seems that in Middle East, the women employment in the hospitality industry is very relatively low compared to the other parts of the world. So there should be kind of some programs designed accordingly that with the employment to support the employment of the women in these sectors, mainly hospitality, because Middle East is a very hospitality-driven also region. So our programs, again, I want to make a point to Linens for Life. These programs are using the the hotel linens to give a second life with the women ateliers, with the support of the producer groups, with women, and these women are creating the new products with these discard materials, and the hotels are buying back. They are buying back these materials to their operations. So that's why this is going to be my kind of maybe last dimension that I'm going to bring to the table. So to wrap up, actually, it will be around, yes, performance, ESG accountability, and creating the share values together with the all chain partners that we enjoy in the sector.
I think this is an amazing initiative because it brings both women empowerment as well as sustainability into the picture and combines them beautifully. Congratulations. Now, before we wrap up, one quick question. It's 2026, and if I were to ask you, what is one misconception about sustainability that still exists in this industry, what would it be? Tatjana, if I can start with you.
Well, sustainable cleaning is always more expensive and increases operational costs.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest misconception in the room.
And Sibel?
Yeah, that's a kind of a good point. I was going to echo that, actually. So yes, this has been years that we need to change this misconception, actually. So it's not going for you need to pay more to stay sustainable.
To gain more.
Yeah, to gain more. Yes, so you can go green and you can stay still sustainable. So this misconception should be changed. Actually, this is my wish for 2026. So other than that, it should be a holistic approach. Actually, it's not about only one level or one layer of action that you can do for sustainability. It's a holistic approach that you need to kind of deliver back about the sustainability. So it's like you can deliver stronger performance, measurable ESG, and plus you can support environment and the social environment around you with all these efforts. You just need to focus on your KPIs, and you just need to adjust yourself accordingly. That's all I can say from the industry perspective. From the personal perspective, I have a daughter 10 years old, so that's why I start educating her also about these and so on. So we also have responsibility to deliver this message from the personal, the attachments that we have in our daily life as well to stay sustainable. This is also my personal wish.
Definitely, we need to pass on this information, this knowledge to the next generation as well, because as Tatjana mentioned earlier, we have only one planet and we need to take care of it. So with that, we will wrap up this episode. Thank you both of you for being here. It was a pleasure hosting you today. And to all our audiences, if you like this episode, don't forget to hit the like button and spread the word. Thank you so much.
Thank you.